Some economic experts say that despite only being in the early stages of a U.S. recovery, there are some very encouraging signs. One America's Stefan Kleinhenz has more from Washington.
As most states slowly begin to reopen, a Heritage Foundation research fellow says businesses are ready to open their doors, and people are not afraid to go back to work.
As governors and as mayors allow their businesses to reopen and allow people to get back to their lives, it shows that businesses are looking and eager to open the doors. It shows that people are eager to get back to work. It shows that regardless of what some experts are telling us, that people would be too frightened to actually enter once they had the green light to do so, it actually shows that most people are actually eager and happy to go about their everyday lives. And I think that as we see more states continue that reopening process, we're going to see this recovery continue.
Griffith says that if Congress passes another CARES package, they must incentivize employment rather than unemployment, like they did in the previous packages.
People are not just making what they were earning before. You're seeing people that are making 150, 160% of their prior salary. They're now making that on unemployment. And what that does is that acts as a disincentive for people to be able to go back to work. It makes it harder for businesses to rehire. And for some people that are at the lower end of the pay scale that don't have a higher education, this actually means that now they're going to be incentivized to put a gap on their resume. It hurts everybody involved. So these benefits are set to expire at the end of July. There are some in Congress that want to extend that to the rest of the year. You think that would be a bad idea because that would incentivize people to stay home. We want to direct aid towards those that need it most, but you got to do it in a temporary manner.
Griffith said going forward, they're calling for the permanent rollback of regulations, as well as encouraging state legislatures to review the use of certain governors' emergency powers.
We've seen a lot of communities roll back temporarily some regulations that have been an impediment to businesses. Well, why stop? Why make these temporary? If these are actually helping businesses function now in a time of crisis, we should go ahead and look at making some of those permanent. We've seen this on the federal level as well. We've seen the administration go ahead and put a pause and actually roll back some regulations. And thankfully, the administration is looking to make some of that permanent. We're encouraging state legislators to take a close look at the emergency powers authorization that governors have used to shut down broad swaths of the economy. Once this pandemic passes, would be a very good time for state legislatures to look at how those powers have been used and consider revising those statutes to ensure that next time something like this happens, businesses will have more certainty and there'll be less overreach going forward.
Stefan Kleinhenz, One America News, Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.